And we are back, of course, with a brand new edition. What is today? Today is Tuesday, which you know what that means. It's Taco Tuesday. I'm gonna get some tacos. Yes, but not from one place because that place is fucking closed down. They went out of business, so it's sad. So I have to go spend 50 cents more per taco. But that's okay. Because luckily for them, or luckily for myself, should I say, I can only have like one. Or no. Depends on the taco. Who am I fucking kidding? I could eat 20 tacos. It's that day. All right, I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Jen, and I am your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and everything else to obviously work on your favor. What do they mean my phone is overheating? Overheating from fucking what? What up, Lisa with the Butterfly? Where the hell have you been? So, obviously, I know this sounds good to you, so click that follow button, subscribe button wherever you're watching from. I go live every day. What up, Becca girlfriend? I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, you can always catch it on the tube of the U. They are uploaded daily, assuming that the internet, or TikTok mainly, works for me. Okay? All right. I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks, and I've managed to cut that time in half. So if you want me to manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one so you can figure out where you're going wrong so you can get your shit right, all links are in my bio. Okay, we also launched a 3-day intensive, and where if you are struggling with self-concept in any sense of that word, and let me tell you how you'll know. You'll know if you're struggling with self-concept and putting yourself on that pedestal all the time, because if you're reacting to the 3D, if you're giving a shit what comes out of your SP's mouth, if you are having a lot of intrusive negative thoughts, you're not on that pedestal, bitch. You are also suffering from not having impeccable self-concept, which is fine. But that's where we're here to help you toot your own horn. So if you want to get the unstoppable self-concept that you need to have to manifest your SP back, you don't need to have unstoppable self-concept, but where you will stop settling in life, to get everything that you fucking want, that's what this intensive is for. So spots are, spots are filling up very fucking fast. So if you want to secure your spot, make sure that you get in and get to work with me on Zoom, then click the link, join the intensive. It's going to change your goddamn life because I don't have time to waste with you. Okay. I don't have time to go back and forth with all this bullshit victim mentality shit that some of you have. Okay. Somebody wanted to debate that shit with me yesterday. I was like, I'm not here to debate shit. I'm here to tell you you're being a victim in your own reality. And if you don't like it, I don't know what to fucking tell you, but I'm not going to debate it with you. Okay. So there's that. So be sure to join. Also, if you want guided meditations, hypnosis audios, bevies up my ass because I need to increase those prices. Haven't gotten around to it. So you might want to secure yours while you can. Also, SP songs, SP stories, which is fucking important, by the way. All that shit. If you want all of that, we are the low price leader in the coaching space because we want to help as many people as possible. And because it may be weird to you, but what up, bestie? We actually give a shit about you. There's that part, which is why I don't tolerate bullshit. I'm never here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm always here to tell you what you need to hear. And if you don't like that shit, well, I don't know what to tell you. And I'm also here to yell at you and bitch at you when you get out of fucking line. It's just my personality. But that's how I get you to get your shit. Somebody hired me to manifest for them. Oh, we'll get into that in a second. We have a friendly contest every day here on TikTok. So if you ever, if you repost this video or live, should I say, or share this live, you'll be entered to win some amazing fucking prizes. Yes. So there's that. We talk mainly about SPs around here. If you don't like that shit, there's a whole nother live I'm sure you can go watch, okay? But we are not exclusive to SPs. So if you want to know how to manifest any fucking thing, luckily for you, I've done it all. Okay, I have manifested, what do you want? Weight loss. That's how I got my start in the manifestation community. I lost over 100 pounds, no diet, no exercise. Thanks, just thank you, girlfriend. Okay, so I've got weight loss, business success, money, health. What you want? Time crunch? Need a new place to live? Want a raise? Want a job? All that shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Chris D for real. You hung out with SP yesterday. A new person was there, and later she asked if it was my what? Oh. If you have any questions, by the way, on how to manifest your SP or anything else in your fucking life, drop it in the comments. Okay? Girlfriend or wife? I said wife. She just doesn't know it yet. I love that for you, Chris. Snaps to Chris. Plus, I will tell you, somebody hired me to manifest for them yesterday. Or not. It might have been yesterday. I don't fucking know. The days all kind of blend together, but I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. And guess who got contact same fucking day? She did. Now she tried to downplay the contact. Don't get me wrong, but she got contact same fucking day. After not hearing from him, so go figure. Go figure. But that's what we do around here. We're here to get your shit. Okay, we teach 2 laws around here: the law of leverage and the law of get your shit. That's all. That's it. Jen thinks I've been steady with the boyfriend. No flipping out, internalizing, and running my shit. That's right. Nobody had to come into my house and tell me what to do. That's right, Rhea. Snaps for Rhea. That's right, bitch. Oh, and snaps for the client who got contact same fucking day. Okay? This is what we do. It's not that hard. It's only hard if you choose to make it hard. Oh, and for fuck's sake. Snaps to Flashy, who had sexy time with her hubby last night. That's right. He came, left, and came back. That's right. This is what we do around here, okay? Mind you, she's gotten the amount of movement she's gotten from her hubby in the past like week and a half has been like insane. She's like, I've shot down 8 birds, 2 to go. But that's what we got to do around here. Okay? Because you have to understand that manifestation is only as complicated as you choose. Thanks, Lisa, with the butterfly. As you choose to make it. Stop overcomplicating shit. A lot of these fucking people out here like to overcomplicate the shit. We don't overcomplicate shit around here. What we do is simplify. And because we simplify and don't make it fucking hard, you get your shit. It's that simple. It's that simple. Thanks, Tyrese. And Bevy, of course, the infamous Bevy. It's not that difficult if you get out of your own goddamn way. Okay? And stop downplaying yourself. Hannah, how can I manifest more money? SP is not on my list this year. Oh, okay. I would like to get at least $1,000 a day. Okay, so depending upon where you're at, Hannah, right now in your business, I would suggest you start realistic. Okay. So like when I was starting out, I was like, I make $300 a day. Like that was what I said. But the key to manifesting money is, one, to throw it out there, right? Like I make this amount of money per day. How am I going to do it? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But to listen to your subconscious mind. Okay. So when when I was doing this, right, I said it a couple times to a couple entrepreneurs, maybe like 1 or 2. And they were like, how are you going to do it? I'm like, I don't know. They were like, oh, I love that for you. And so then I was sitting there and all of a sudden I had gotten an idea, just a random thought popped in my head, go TikTok live. And I was like, the fuck? I've never been live on a platform ever in my entire life. Which ironically enough is why I lost weight, to be quite frank. Because in another business of mine, I knew I had to make video content and online courses and shit. This is a while ago. And so I was like, well, I need to lose weight because the camera puts on 10 pounds. I need that shit to suck away 20. You know what I mean? And so I was just like, I'm going to lose weight. That was like literally, well, there was a couple factors. That was one defining factor. The second one was when I realized I lost the love for myself and had to get the love back for myself. And then the third one was when somebody asked me when the fuck I was due. And I was like, due? I'm a pregnant bitch. So those were the 3 moments where I was like, I should probably lose some weight. But I got this idea to go live on TikTok, and I was like, let's do it. Clearly, it's unscripted, unfiltered, and uncensored. That's how I run my TikTok lives. I wasn't going to read into the shit. I just went live. I had no idea what I was doing. Okay. But it's listening to that, what Glenn Morshower calls the whisper, right? That random thought that may come into your head, especially as an entrepreneur. Go with it. Go with it, because your job is to say, I make X amount of money. Your job is not to figure out how you're going to make it. Your subconscious mind, though, there it goes, ping. Oh, we make $1,000 a day. Shit, we got to get to work. So it activates your RAS, okay, your reticular activator system, and now starts scanning your surroundings and figures out exactly how you're going to make that income. Okay. So listen to it, right? Go with it, because that's going to be your answer on how you're going to get there. It isn't about working harder to make money. So we want to check your other assumptions, right? Do you believe you have to work harder to make money? Then if that's the case, that's going to be true for you, right? Oh, you need to work more. No, you fucking don't. Do you need a special traffic strategy? No, you don't. I mean, I got them and they're killer, but no, you don't need them. You need to have a killer funnel. No, the fuck you don't. Right? The most freeing thing I ever did is dropped everything I knew. Like dropped everything I had ever been told about business success. And you need funnels, and you need a large audience, and you need this, that, and the fucking third, and all this shit, right? That was the most freeing. And that's what allowed me to work far less, enjoy what I do, but also make more, right? So the key is, when it comes to money, is you cannot be broke and have rich thoughts, and you cannot be rich and have broke thoughts. So you need to ask yourself right now, if I was to open up my bank account and I was to see $1 million staring back at me, what kind of thoughts would I have? I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be like, fuck, business is struggling. I'm on the struggle bus at the current second. I don't think you'd be thinking that, right? You'd be telling yourself like, shit, I got a shit ton of money. I got plenty of money. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like, you know, those type of thoughts, that needs to be your most dominant thoughts, no matter what you see. So problem with entrepreneurship is they teach you to look at the data. No, please don't do that. Because the problem is, when you look at the data, you start making pre-assumptions. You start having inner conversations based on the data. And that's the problem, right? When I was coaching entrepreneurs, thanks, NY2NC. When I was coaching entrepreneurs, because I've coached over 900 and something entrepreneurs, right? I still do, but only in a group setting. But when I was working with them, the one common thing is that they would get sucked into the data. And the data isn't telling you shit. But what you're doing is making pre-assumptions based on the data. You're having inner conversations based on the data. So I would have a client, fitness coach, that would constantly be like, so the average watch time is this. So and this one only got 400 views. So I need to have a better hook. I need to pay somebody to heavily edit my videos. Is that what the data told you? I don't think the data told you the hook is the problem, bitch. No. The data didn't tell you that you need a proven framework on how to make video content. No. The data didn't tell you must script your content. No. But that's what they're telling themselves. So because of that, they're so obsessed with the data that it's consuming their thought process, which means that no matter how much fucking content they put out, until you've decided you found that magical goddamn hook, ain't shit gonna change, right? And that's always been their problem. I said, why don't you just drop that shit? Like, my hook is the same. It's the title of the goddamn video. It's about what I'm going to talk about. I don't need some magical fucking hook, because I'll show you somebody that's got millions of followers that doesn't do that at all. They just start fucking talking. You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that. So don't let your thoughts need to control what you see. That's the key. So I don't care if you open up your Stripe account right now and you see 0 sales today. You can't tell yourself that. You can't tell yourself that you're struggling. You can't tell yourself that you had a rough month. You can't tell yourself any of that shit. Instead, you need to be like, damn, I make sales all day, every day. Like, I make sales while I sleep. Everybody buys from me, right? Things like that is what you need to tell yourself. That's how you're going to get to your $1,000 a day. You can say you make $1,000 a day, but if you're reacting to all the data that you see in your 3D, your bank account, your Stripe account, your sales report for the day, your data on your video content, your stats, all that shit, that's going to fuck you up. And it goes against what you're affirming for. That's the problem. So your inner conversations speak directly to your subconscious mind, which is why here we focus on inner conversations, because that's what pushes out. That's what's always been pushing out into your reality. Affirmations are designed to get that shit in there. But really, to make $1,000 a day, honestly, when I was affirming for money, I hardly did it, to be quite frank. I hardly did it. A lot of people don't have that much resistance to money. So you could literally throw it out there a couple times a day and then keep it pushing. But then make sure that your thoughts are not going against the shit, right? And because when your inner conversations are in alignment with what you want, then it pushes out. That's how you're going to get to $1,000 a day. Quickly. Because it's not, I mean, I have to tell you guys 1,000,001 fucking ways till Sunday that you can't, the thoughts you have on autopilot cannot go against what you're affirming for, because that's why you don't see change in your reality. It's the only reason why you don't see change. So instead, this is why we have the toot your own horn intensive, because you need to toot your own goddamn fucking horn all day long. There's no reason why you should be beating yourself up. There's no reason why you should be down and out. There's no reason why you should be any of that shit. If you want to call it be delulu, that's fine. I don't like the term delusional, because delusional implies not real, right? So it's like, no, I don't like that term. Instead, I'm just like, just fucking do it. The Nike term. I prefer the Nike slogan instead of delusional. I am Sunny. How to manifest quickly. That's exactly how you manifest shit quickly, because I don't want shit to take a long ass goddamn time. I'm impatient. So nothing I manifest is going to take a long ass time, because I don't have time for that shit. I don't. And so I don't think I've had, probably manifesting my place, and the first time I manifested my boyfriend back was probably the longest shit took, 4 whole goddamn weeks. You got me all the way fucked up if you think I'm going to manifest something for a year. That I'm not going to fucking do. Because I'm impatient, right? Now, would I do it to get it? Yes, 1,000,000%. But I'm not going to do that. So I set out on a mission to figure out what the fuck pushes out quicker, because I don't have time to waste, right? So if I'm going to do it, then I'm going to maximize my results in the quickest amount of time possible. That's just how I live my life, right? It's kind of like growing a business. I'm not going to have that shit take 1,000,000 fucking years. No, I'm not going to work 24/7 either. Like, I'm not going to do all that shit. So what's the quickest way possible? So the way you manifest quickly is by controlling your inner conversations. If you were to do nothing, sure, you can ask. If you were to do nothing but focus on your inner conversations, it depends on what you're manifesting, okay? Because not everything is the same. There's baseline principles that are the same, but not everything is the same, okay? Like business success, you have to believe you're going to be a successful entrepreneur or you won't. That just doesn't matter, okay? Which is why belief is the same. You need to believe that you and your SP are going to get back together. You need to know that. You need to know that you're going to be a millionaire. You need to know this type of shit, because therefore when you know it, nothing bothers you, right? The owner of Starbucks was rejected over 144 times. People said, that's the stupidest shit in the world. No one's going to pay that much money for coffee. Well, it's the number 1 coffee chain in the world. Why? Because he believed he'd be successful first. He knew the outcome first. Therefore, every fucking time they told him no, 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 rejected, 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 he didn't give a fuck. On to the next. It didn't bother him. That's putting yourself on that pedestal. That's having that knowing. So when you know the outcome, it's inevitable because nothing else bothers you. You're not getting your feelings in a fucking bunch every waking second that you get. You're not freaking whining and moaning and groaning. You're not reacting to the 3D. You're not doing any of that shit because you know exactly how the fuck this plays out. So that's the key to manifesting money, business success, anything, is you have to know how this plays out. I have 20 grand in the bank, period, shit. That's all I gotta know. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, when I look at the bank account, nope, I got 20 grand in the bank. I got plenty of goddamn money. All of a sudden, money starts to come to you, right? When you know that you're going to be back with your SP, then nothing else fucking bothers you. Stay the path. Stay the path. If you were to focus on, when it comes to manifesting anything quickly, you need to have the conversations in your mind that you want to have, not based on your 3D. Because obviously your 3D is not showing you what the fuck you want. So why in the hell are you going to continue to focus on that shit? And why in the hell are you going to continue to have the inner conversations with yourself based on everything you don't goddamn want? Does that make sense? No. That's how you manifest quickly. And throwing random shit out there. Throwing literally random shit out there. I've had numerous people where I've talked to them on the phone. We'll throw random shit out there. We'll have like a random, we'll just be talking, right? And then boom, within 10 minutes shows up, right? Flashy was that way. When he was like, I'm going to leave and go home, right? And he left. And he went home and they were talking still on the phone. She's like, he's coming back over. Care to guess where he was 20 minutes later? Back at her home. It's not difficult. You can throw random shit out there and it shows up because you didn't suffocate it. You didn't worry about it again. You weren't checking. She wasn't checking to see if he was coming back over. She's like, no, he's coming back over. I know he's coming back over. He's totally coming back over. And then ring-a-ding-ding, on my way. That's how that works. So, manifestation is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to throw things out there. You're supposed to say random things to yourself and have it manifest instead of bitching, moaning, and groaning every waking second you get. Because care to guess what's also manifesting? Thanks, Shanice's girlfriend. The random shit you're throwing out there, but all the negative shit. Everything manifests. That's what you don't understand. Now, there's a delay in the negative shit for your protection sometimes. But it's time for you to get your shit right. We have to retrain your brain. Like Flashy said, if I have one thing to say, listen to Jen. Seriously, every step. Because she has gotten massive movement from hubby. But she stopped overcomplicating things. Right? This is the problem when you want something bad enough, right? You're willing to do whatever is necessary, okay? Typically. Well, at least you're supposed to. So oftentimes we end up doing all the things, right? All the things. Kind of like when you first came into the manifestation world and you learned about law of attraction, right? I'm pretty sure you didn't watch one goddamn video. No. You had a whole fucking folder of 85 techniques. You know what I'm saying? Let me do them all. Something's got to work. Magic glass of water, spells, this, that, and the goddamn fucking third. All this shit, right? Because something's got to work, right? Because we're coming from desperation. I really need this to happen. I really want this. And you're not alone. We all do this when we first came in. But that's the problem. That's why nothing comes, because so many times, so you're just like, do this, 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 do this. That's not how this works. Okay? Because all you're doing is telling yourself subconsciously nothing is working. Right? Therefore, nothing works. Or you come from a place of hoping that it will work. Therefore, it doesn't work because you're hoping. I see that all the time in the fucking comments people leave. They're like, I hope this works. That's why diets don't work, because you're wish me luck. What the fuck you need luck for? Good luck. Or I hope this works. I've tried everything. You buy spells because you hope it works. You don't know it will. You don't believe it actually will. You hope it will. Therefore, it doesn't. Because it isn't the spell that's working. It's you hoping that it works. Is why it doesn't. So we need to change that shit. We need to change it. What up, Leanne, girlfriend? Dot. Period. That's her name. She says, could you give some advice for someone who's manifesting a celeb SP? Never met him though. Sure. So celeb SPs are a bit different, and the only reason they're different is because of how you see them. Okay? That's the only reason they're different. So you have to see your celeb SP as the guy who works at fucking Taco Bell. Seriously. Okay? Because if you see him as a celebrity, you automatically have him on the pedestal. You can't do that. Okay? Most celebrities date regular ass people, normal people. But how do they meet them? Because they were treated normal, right? Because the minute celebrities walk out of their home, they're berated by paparazzi. Everywhere they fucking go, there's cameras in their face. Everybody wants something from them. Autographs, pictures, all that shit. They can't even fucking go eat dinner without being berated by somebody or people looking at them, right? And putting them on that pedestal because they're a celebrity. And so when celebrities meet people and date them, it's because they could have passed them on the goddamn street and that person was like, I'm sorry, who are you? Oh, never met you before. Oh, what movie were you in? You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. So when you normalize them and you treat them as normal, like if that man was to slide into your DMs today, you literally can't be like, oh my God, congrats on your Grammy. I loved the movie that you were in, this, that. No, you can't do that shit. Thanks, nurse girlfriend. Because the second you do that, you're in the fan box. You're not in the equal box. So that's why they're different. So you have to completely normalize them. They're no longer a celebrity. They're a goddamn person. Because the reality is they are people. They just have a different occupation than you do. Okay, so that's how you have to see them, as normal. Because that's what they're attracted to. That's all they want is normal in their life. Peace in their life. Normal. So you treat them as normal. They're no different to manifest than Joe Schmo on the fucking street corner. Because they're people, right? There's not like, oh, to manifest a celebrity SP, there's a whole different process. No, the only difference is how you see them. No, I mean, every SP that you manifest is based on how you see them. But celebrities, since you don't know them, you have to create an assumption about this person. You have to know that, and then you have to have your inner conversations all about what if you were talking to him. You know what I'm saying? And you'll meet him. It's not difficult to manifest a celebrity SP, but then when you do, come from a different perspective, right? That's where I have this, there's this one, he's not a celebrity per se, but he's, depends on how you look at it. Maybe in the sports world. He's on sports, what is that, Sports Center? He does a lot of the commentary and shit like that. He's a Hall of Fame kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. The man's obsessed with me. Every time he's in fucking town, he calls me. He wants me to go wants me to go to his hotel, to red carpet events that he's a part of, all this shit. Always wants to take me to dinner. Anytime he's here in LA or Orange County, he always hits me up. But because when I met him at a goddamn Applebee's because we were freaking waiting for our flights from an event that we were at together, right? And he asked if I wanted to have lunch with him, so I was like, sure. And so we had a great conversation. But I offered to pay for his lunch. I paid for his lunch, and he was like, really? As he has this fucking championship ring on and the whole bit, and he's like, really? I was like, yeah, why not? Normal. Right? Versus expecting him to pay for my lunch. So I paid for his lunch. And we've kept in contact ever since. This is years ago. Yeah. But that's how we met. At an Applebee's. What up, Melissa? I just saw your note. So as soon as I'm done with this, I will definitely respond. Hey, Hannah, I'm telling you, you gotta know. Is it possible to manifest a past loved one to see them or hear them in spirit? Oh, that's a good question, Bonnie. I don't have the answer to that, to be quite frank. I'm not going to sit here and shoot fucking smoke up your ass. You know what I'm saying? But you can always hear them. Okay, so they're always here. Okay, if you personally want to know my fucking humble opinion about where you go when you pass away, and no, I'm not debating shit with you. I firmly don't believe that you go up to the clouds. That's just my opinion. I mean, I've been above the clouds on a plane, so exactly how far up in the clouds do you need to go? You know what I'm saying? I still haven't run across heaven. But it's the interpretation of heaven, is what I'm saying. Just like I don't think that when you die, you go, down on the ground. To hell, you know what I mean? What I do believe is that you go to another dimension. This is where the dimensions come into play. Okay, you're not going into dimensions unless you pass away. Then you go into another dimension. That's firmly what I believe. So this is what, in my opinion, explains ghosts, mediums that can hear spirits, if they can actually hear them, things like that, right? It was what else explains that, because you're in another dimension, okay, but you're still here. So you can talk to a loved one and see them or hear them in spirit anytime you want. Anytime you want. You don't need to manifest that. All you need to do is sit down and visualize, right? Visualize your loved one. And what would they say to you? If you can hear their voice, great. Hear their voice. You know what I'm saying? So you would see them and hear them. Job done. Job done. People do that shit all the time, right? When people are in the law of attraction community, right? When you're doing visualizations, what are you doing? A lot of them is you visualizing your SP and hearing them tell you certain things, right? Hearing their voice. It's no fucking different. So why don't you just do that instead? Because I'm not going to tell you, I don't see how that would be possible to manifest, because that's how you would do it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's not like a manifestation. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay down, visualize my grandma and hear them tell me something. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. That's literally all you need to do. I hope that made sense, because it made sense in my little mind. In my big brain. What up, Irene girlfriend? So, we gotta stop overcomplicating the shit. Stop overcomplicating it. How can I manifest someone else while manifesting SP? Whoever performs wins first. Of course, what you need to do, Tyrese, is get clear on the person that you want. Okay? What kind of qualities do you want in an SP? How do you, in a perfect relationship, how do you want them to treat you? How do you want them to make you feel? How do you want them to, who do you want them to be for you? In a perfect world, in a perfect relationship, if you can have your cake and eat it too, everything you'd ever fucking want in somebody, you can be all specific. You can be all the way down to how they look. Okay? Get clear on that. Then, because somebody in your life you may have already met that checks all those boxes. Okay? You don't know. It could be somebody from the past. Your past could have already crossed. Or maybe somebody completely new. You know, that's how I was. I didn't harp on it at all. I just got clear. And I remember it clear as day. I literally called my girlfriend. How the fuck is my bestie, by the way, going to call me up last night and be like, hey, my dryer is broken. So if I wash my clothes, can I come over to your home on Friday and dry them? I was like, why don't I just do your goddamn laundry? What, you gonna bring over fucking wet ass clothes? I was like, why don't you go old school, bitch? Get a line. Got some friggin' clipper thingies, what you fucking call those things? And string them up outside like they do at other countries. She's like, I'm not doing that shit, bitch. I was like, so I told her, I was like, why don't you spring your laundry Friday morning? I'll just do that shit for you. And then you can come over and we can hang out and cook dinner or whatever. But I don't think you need to bring over wet ass clothes. Do you know how heavy wet clothes are? And then at the same time, I don't know how much laundry they have to do. Because she likes to rewash clothes. Because she'll do all her laundry and then put them on her bed and then kick them off her bed when she's had too much to drink and then has to rewash them again. Well, in her mind. I was like, well, how dirty is your floor? Yeah. I just fuck with her because her room, you can't even walk around. She goes, I have a path. I said, you have a skinny bitch path. What are you talking about? She goes, well, then I guess it's good. It's a good thing we're skinny bitches because you can't even walk in her fucking room. So she has a path to the bed and to the bathroom. That's it. And she has a whole walk-in closet. I'm like, throw that shit in there, bitch. So I don't know how much laundry she has to do, but I was like, I'm not trying to have you be here till midnight fucking doing your laundry. So why don't I just crack that shit right up out on Friday and then you can come pick it up. We can hang out and do all that shit. You know what I mean? So I was talking to her and I told her, I said, you know what? I was like, I'm tired of the guys that I've been dating. Because I've always dated the alpha males, right? Like real alpha males on the cover of Men's Fitness magazine. The ones that my friends were always like, how the fuck do you get all the hot guys? Because I'm that bitch, duh. But I was like, I think I want something different. I want the complete opposite. I don't want like not an alpha, but like not an alpha. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I just want something different. I got clear on the kind of person, how I wanted to be treated, who I wanted this person to be for me. Plus, I have a couple circumstances and yes, I'm well aware of them, but you have to fit into my lifestyle. There's that part. If you don't fit into my lifestyle, then it's not going to work out. So I told her this, and a week later, I met my boyfriend. I had seen him for years in my complex. He was in my old unit numerous times, fixing my shit. And I was like, I never paid any attention. Usually I was on coaching calls. I never paid any attention to him. But then all of a sudden, I was at the pool, like I always was, and he decided to shoot his shot. And he came down to the pool, total opposite of the guys I typically dated. And I was like, I called my bestie up. I'm like, damn, girl. I texted her because I was at the pool. I was like, damn, girl. I was like, the maintenance guy here is pretty hot. And she's like, don't you dare. And so he came over and started talking to me. We exchanged numbers. Total opposite physically of the guys that I typically dated. But amazing. Now he's super fucking sexy to me. You know what I'm saying? And all of that stuff. But I got clear on the kind of person I wanted to be with. And therefore I met him. But this was the first time I saw him. Right? Differently. And he had told me that. He goes, I've been trying to get your attention for years. He's like, he goes, and you brushed me off you wouldn't give me the time of day. And the rest is history, but that's how I did it. So that's what I would suggest for you, Tyrese, is that when you get clear on the kind of person that you want, you'll start to see people differently, or you, like I said, you could have already met them, or you will meet that person and they will check all the boxes, but you have to get clear on the person that you want to be with. Most of us just meet a person, like, let's be frank. Most people want to just meet a person, and most people go off of looks. This is why in high school, first, your initial interaction is based on looks. Okay? That's the initial attraction. When I was in high school, I was the only person that put that on my list. I was in a life skills class. And I was the only person, they said, what are the qualities you look for in a person? I was the only one that put looks. And they were like, why is that number one? I said, because you're not goddamn blind. I was like, because you're not blind. You don't walk up to somebody that you're not remotely attracted to in any sense of that word and be like, hey, let's get to know each other because you might have a stellar personality. No. Of course. Of course, Flashy. Of course you look good, bitch. I saw it come through. I just can't read it at the current second. That's right. Coming home to mama. That's right. He said you look good. Of course. Of course. So, I forgot what the fuck I was even talking about. Oh yeah, looks. That's usually how we base our decision. But in hindsight, most of you don't know what you want in a relationship. Which is why you bitch about them. Right? Because most of you don't know. You know, when I was doing different kinds of coaching, I'd be like, well, what do you want? They're like, they would list off everything they didn't want. So if I'd be like, what do you want in a relationship? You'd list off everything you don't want based on history, right? Based on history. But then you say, well, what do you want? Yeah, that's where the silence comes into play. They're not sure. They haven't thought about it. Because you've been so focused on what you don't want that you're not sure of what you do want. Like a lot of times I'll ask you, well, what do you like about your SP? They'll be like, I mean, he's just perfect. And I'll be like, well, what makes him perfect? I don't know. Well, that's a problem. See what I'm saying? That's a problem. So you need to understand that. You need to get clear. What the fuck do you even want? What do you even like about your SP? Why them? What do you actually like about them? A lot of you don't know. Or you aren't seeing that side of them, which is also a goddamn fucking problem. Chicky. I said this so fast, but I think I nailed it. I've been manifesting my SP. I got to the point where I was chilled, then saw he blocked me. See, you guys, you have to understand. If some time goes by, okay, like, let's say you break up today and you're fine. Everything's fine. Still following you on social media, still whatever. And then all of a sudden, like a month later, 2 months later, 3 months later, they block you. And then you guys freak out. Why? There's a thought process that leads up to that shit. So if you were chilled, then saw he blocked you, I don't understand why you're looking at that like a negative thing. Okay, you've been manifesting your SP and got to the point where you were chill and then saw he blocked you. Why? When likely the only reason he blocked you is so he can look at your shit because your manifestation is working. That's how you have to look at it. my manifestation is obviously working because he just wants to stalk my profile now. Now he just wants to look at my shit on the low note. He doesn't want me to see that he's thinking about me all the time. And he's checking on me. Instead of looking at it like a negative thing. You guys kill me with that shit. User 4. Sure. I can manifest your recipe for you. The link is in my bio, sister. That's why numerous people hire, because they're like, I waver a lot and I'm exhausted, so can you just do it for me? Sure. Sure, I make your life easy peasy lemon goddamn squeezy. Yes, Senya, she's back from her trip to Mexico. Best trip ever. And she's had so much movement. Snaps to you, Senya. Now, bitch, consistency. Discipline yourself. Discipline your mind. Discipline your mind. Okay? And make sure that you hold on to this. Hold on to this. And really hone in on that. Okay? And keep that and leverage the movement that you're getting so that you keep that going and there's consistency there. Okay? Carla, what if he's married? Well, okay, so I have two opinions on manifesting someone who's married, okay? It depends on the circumstance, because there's circumstances for everything, right? Like I have a client that's married solely for the sake that they can't afford to get a divorce, but they live in completely separate bedrooms. They've done it for years, right? So that's totally different. And they're well aware that the marriage is over, right? So that's different. But if they're married, I feel like there's plenty of people out there that you can manifest or be with that don't come with quote unquote baggage, if you will, because I have a lot of married clients. I have a lot of married clients, and to see the pain that they go through when gutter trash enters the picture, right? Or when they view gutter trash as taking their spouse from them, and the pain that they're going through. It's not something I support. Also, if there's children involved, there's more than one life that's being affected. The children also are as well, right? And so I feel like for that, and I'm going to tell you why too, but I feel like that I don't support, okay? And that's only because I feel like, one, if you believe in karma, I don't, but if you believe in karma, that becomes a problem for you, okay? Because you're going to have a problem because you believe in karma. Second is you would have a lot to get over because you know how the relationship started, okay? You know that he was, because in hindsight, logically speaking, can you manifest a married person? Yes. They're no different than anybody else. However, you would have to get over how this relationship began, because in the back of your mind, like let's say it all works out, you manifest him, he leaves his wife, all that shit, right? One, you'd have to wait out the time for him to get a divorce. He may or may not do it based on if you waver and if you're not disciplined. But two, let's just say in a perfect world, all that shit happens for you, right? And now you're fully together. You have some trust issues. You'd have to really see him differently, because in the back of your mind, you will have well, I know that he left his wife for me. Why wouldn't he do it again? Right? Or he cheated on his wife with me. So you would question, if he's talking to other women, is he going to find somebody else who's going to cheat on me? This type of shit, because of how you met your SP. It will play off in the background. So me personally, I feel like I don't want to do that shit. I'm not going to fuck with somebody that's married. That's just my own prerogative. And that's just because I'm like, for what? When I can go find someone who's not. And then I ain't got to worry about shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about tearing apart families. I don't have to worry about the legal issues. None of that shit. None of that. You know what I mean? Just makes my life a lot easier, in my humble opinion. In my humble opinion. Yeah, Shayna, you can totally do the photo method with a loved one who's passed away. It's not exhausting. Look, manifestation is not exhausting. It's not exhausting. It's exhausting because you're making it exhausting, because here's what you're doing throughout your day is affirm. Check the 3D. Oh, react to the 3D. Affirm. Check the 3D. Don't see something I like. Affirm. Like you're fucking constipated on a goddamn fucking toilet. That's how that is. That's what a lot of you guys are doing, is you're stressing yourselves out versus just have inner conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and Flashy are not exhausted by having inner conversations throughout the day. It's fun to us, right? We just do it. It's not exhausting because we've cut out the outside noise, you know? We've cut out the outside noise. Anything that's going to cause, like Flashy left the some of the WhatsApp groups because she's on her journey right now and she wants to cut out the outside noise so she can stay focused, right? So that's the thing. And that's what's exhausting to you guys, is you guys are checking the 3D every second you get and reacting. That's why it's exhausting to you. This is not a job. Good, feral priestess. She saw my SP texted her in her dream. Good. Like, that type of stuff is amazing, okay? When your SP's in your dream, you're in theirs, and vice fucking versa. I had a weird ass dream last night. My mom was in it. Username, I want him so bad, help. I rejected his marriage proposal. He is with someone else. You rejected his marriage proposal. Why, first of all? But who cares if he's with someone else? Who cares? It doesn't matter if he's with gutter trash. Fuck gutter trash. Gutter trash is not a reason why you and your SP are not together. You need to get over that shit and stop thinking that gutter trash is the reason you and your SP can't be together. That's not the case at all. It's not the case at all. Okay? That's what you have to realize. They're a non-motherfucking factor in your manifestation. It doesn't matter. They could pray every day for your SP. It doesn't goddamn matter, because whatever has to happen for you to get your manifestation is exactly what's going to happen. Gutter trash can't stop that shit. She can never stop it. Because all they do is force a 3D, 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 force a 3D. And sure, maybe sometimes it works at first, but because they continue to do it, it won't work. So you have nothing to worry about. They're a non-factor in your manifestation. They're not going to stand in the way of you and your SP, so get over it. Ooh, it's 11/11. Let that be your sign if you're in California or on the West Coast. So it doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. Melia, how do I manifest an SP that is your ex questioning their sexuality? What's my skin routine is I wash my fucking face with a cleanser. I use a scrubber, and then I freaking put Olay Revitalizing Cream on. End of skin routine. Although, that's all I do. I don't have time. And I do a face mask, but I only do it like once every week. I do those under eye patch things too. Every once in a while. That's like asking me how long it takes for me to put my makeup on. Fucking 5 whole ass minutes. I ain't got time for that shit. Although I should probably spruce it up because my daughter looks like an Egyptian goddess when she walks out the fucking house. Anytime she puts her makeup on, I'm like, she comes out, I'm like, God damn. She's 14. But where did she learn how to do makeup? Fucking TikTok. Put on some makeup things. Ooh, I've been getting a lot of cool little monetization things. A smartwatch. I got a smartwatch offer. And a funny t-shirt. So there's that. So it doesn't matter, Amelia, if they're questioning. First of all, it doesn't matter if they're questioning their sexuality. Okay. You can take them at their word, or you can decide that they know exactly what they want. Me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. I mean, maybe one day we'll turn Tyrese. We'll play with Tyrese. I'm just kidding, Tyrese. Who wants to manifest? Tyrese is hot. Who wants to manifest Tyrese? Stop looking at it that way, Tyrese. Stop looking at it that way, Tyrese. Okay? Stop looking at it that way. Stop looking at him that way. Because he could reach out today, bitch. He could reach out right now. He could reach out today. Okay? But probably the problem was on your birthday, even though you were trying to live your best ass life, you probably still kept checking. You probably at some point still had conversations that were like, did you like that, Tyrese? But so you probably had some kind of conversations in your mind upset that, you know, like, when's he going to text me? Why hasn't he texted me? He knows it's my birthday today. This, that, and the fucking third. This, that, and the third. But now that he saw, know that he was thinking about your birthday. Know this. You have to know this. I want you to push through that shit. Push through it. It's fucking cold. I want sour Skittles. I hate sour Skittles. I hate anything sour, to be quite frank. If it makes my lips pucker, I'm not about the life. Okay. How do I deal with doubts about my manifestation? I don't understand what the fuck you're doubting. You deal with doubts about your manifestation by knowing how this plays out. You think I give a fuck what anyone says if it's not what I want to hear? No. Do you think I'm going to settle for what the hell they tell me? No. I mean, in the 3D, it may look like it, right? But I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to beg. I'm not going to plead. I'm not going to do none of that desperate ass shit. Because like I said, those same people that do that go, I have self-respect. No, the fuck you don't. Because if you had self-respect, you wouldn't beg and plead for someone to get back together with you. Yeah, sure, maybe at first, but after a while, and you're still begging and pleading, come on. Come on. That's just desperate energy. Okay, that's just desperation. And I have too much self-respect to allow myself to ever fucking do that shit. I'm not going to do it. And so, but that's also because it's like, I don't need to beg and plead for a motherfucker to be with me. Why? Because I know exactly who the hell I am. So the attitude is, okay, well, I know we're getting back together. So they're doing this. And in here, yeah, I don't believe that. I know we're getting back together. That's all I need to know. So I don't need to have doubts about my manifestation. It's because I know that it's going to be, I said it, it's going to happen. It doesn't matter what I'm manifesting. Okay. Doesn't matter. When I had high cholesterol, right? Over 700 cholesterol level. And they were like, you're going to have to take this medication forever. She wrote a whole year prescription out. And I was like, do you know last time I ain't got that shit filled? Not at all. Why? Because I already have normalized cholesterol levels. Why? Because I was like, you lost me at forever. I'm supposed to take this shit forever? Yeah. You could be prone for this, that, and fucking third. I was like, nope, I've always been perfectly healthy. I have always been perfectly healthy. This, that, and fucking third. Did I doubt it? No, but that's the thing. Maybe my forehead itches when I get frustrated. like a tick. Right? That's the thing, is maybe I'm a rare breed for this. I don't know, but I just never questioned shit. I just did it. That's why I said, just do it. Stop questioning shit. Stop doubting. Just do it. What do you got to lose at this point? So why spend all this time doubting when you could say, no, fuck that shit. I know what my shit is going to be. I know exactly what it is. So I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to do what Jen said to do. I'm going to stay the fucking path. And I don't give a fuck what shows me the opposite. Because in here, we're getting back together. And that's all I need to fucking know. That's all I need to know. Because because you have to ask yourself this. Do you want to get back together like tomorrow? Like ASAP? Or do you want to get back together 2 fucking years from now? No. Tomorrow is what I'm going to fucking choose. So that means that I'm going to drop the stupid shit. I don't need to doubt anything. I'm just going to do it. I'm doing it anyway. So I may as well just I may as well just control it because I'm doing it anyway. So I don't have to do anything different but what I'm currently doing. That's all I need to fucking do. So what do I need to worry about anything else for? I don't need to worry about shit then. I don't need to doubt anything because doubting isn't going to help me at all. And I'm having conversations in my mind all day long any goddamn way. So rather than having conversations in my mind all day long about doubt, I may as well have conversations in my mind all day long about what the fuck I want. There's no difference. So at some point you have to ask yourself, what's going to serve you a better purpose? Spend all this time questioning shit, doubting, and getting your feelings in a bunch, and having the 3D control your thoughts, or starting to control your thoughts so that your 3D changes, so that you actually get your shit. Because either way it goes, you're doing it anyway. That's kind of how I look at it. Like, well, fuck it, right? Like, I didn't sit there when I got the thought of going live on TikTok and overanalyze the shit and doubt that it would work. I didn't do any of that shit. I was just like, well, fuck it. What are you going to talk about? I don't know. That was just my attitude. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I wasn't like, well, what if it doesn't work? What if this happens? What if that happens? No, I just fucking did it. I just did. And that's how I met the infamous Bevy and all of you beautiful people. Right? I would have never met any of you if I would have been all doubtful about the shit. You know, that's just how I've lived my life. I've just done it. I've never questioned it. When I was first manifesting, oh, hi, Betty. When I was first manifesting my boyfriend back, I didn't sit there and doubt. I just didn't question anything. It's not that I had to convince myself the opposite. I just fucking did it. I woke up in the morning. I was like, I got this shit. All right. Today's going to be a great day. Great things are coming my way today. I'm a master at this shit. I always get what I want and I get it when I want it. Everything always goes my way. This is all working out even better than I expected. And I'd go right into affirming, right into inner conversations. And then The night came, no change in the 3D. I didn't overanalyze. I didn't check and be like, well, nothing changed yet. I still haven't gotten my shit. What if this doesn't work? No. I cooked my dinner, brought my had a couple cocktails, watched some fucking Netflix, brought my happy ass to fucking bed. That's right, baby. You know, and brought my happy ass to bed. And I woke up the next day and I did it all over again. No change in the 3D. Still didn't overanalyze it. I didn't even pay any attention to it. And I went to bed and I did the shit all over again. But I made it fun. So I created signs. So when I told you guys, I would go on like a 3 or 4 hour walk because I'm probably the world's slowest walker in the world. That's fine. I'm fine with that shit. And so I would go on a little walk. We all know why, right? Or I'd be at the pool. Okay, I'd be at the pool. Literally nothing to do at the pool because I was not an avid swimmer. And it was cold outside, depending upon when I was there. But I'd bring my ass to the pool, sunbathe, watch YouTube videos, and do what I did. And then I would see, every time I would see butterflies, I'd be like, of course he's thinking about me. I know he's thinking about me right now. Yep, every time I see falcons, same thing. So I made it fun. So for me, I always saw quote unquote movement. I never questioned it. I never read too into the shit. I just did it. I'm like, this is going to work because this is exactly how I lost weight. This is exactly how I built successful businesses. This is exactly how I've done all the shit. So there ain't no different of a principle. Ain't no different of a principle. So I'm just going to do it. I didn't doubt I'd lose weight. I just did it. And therefore the weight just started coming off, right? All of that stuff that's what I did. That's what I did. I just did it. I didn't question it. I didn't doubt it. I didn't get my feelings in a bunch. And to me, I saw movement every day. Because I gave myself the meaning to everything that I wanted it to fucking mean. I told you guys. When my boyfriend would open up his blinds when I was at the pool, I was like, Diamond, if you fucking keep describing that man as stubborn as fuck, stop describing him as stubborn. And if you are, then leverage stubborn and be like, that man is so goddamn stubborn. He does everything I want him to do. He's so stubborn, he has to tell me everything I want to hear all the time. Because his pride won't allow him not to. Okay. So yeah, every time he'd open up his blinds, that man could have just been getting sunlight in his fucking window. He admitted that that's initially why he was opening up his blinds, just to get fucking sunlight in. But not up in here. No. Look at him. He opens up his blinds every time I'm at the pool because all he can do is look at me. I know he's watching me right now. I know he's totally watching me right now. That's what I told myself. Every time that man walked out of his place, every time my boyfriend would walk out of his place, he would look straight before he would go down the stairs because I made sure that I had all the angles covered, bitch. Don't even trip. Like he would look straight. I know he's checking me out. He's looking at me. He could have just been looking straight before he went down. It didn't goddamn matter. That's not what I told myself. All the time. All the fucking time. Everything had only the meaning I wanted it to mean. I had movement every day in my 3D because I told myself what the fuck I wanted to tell myself. That's what you need to do. Instead of telling yourself, because you're telling yourself something any goddamn way, so you may as well tell yourself what the fuck you want to tell yourself versus what you think. Because that's the thing, is you're already making pre-assumptions anyway. Right? You're already making up stories in your fucking mind anyway. So you hold your questions too. So you may as well make up the fucking stories that you want instead of the stories you don't want because you're doing that shit anyway. You're doing it anyway. Do you think in a million years I gave 2 shits about gutter trash? Nope. It wasn't hard for me. I was like, Yeah, okay. That's not a thing, right? Like, she wishes she could be me, literally. And I firmly believed that because all I had to do is take one look, first and foremost. But second of all, um, I know who I am. I know who I am. So I'm like, bitch, get on my level. Oh, that's right. You'll never be on my level. That type of thing, right? And so because of that, so did my boyfriend. He knew who I was too. Okay. And that's the power of tooting your own horn, which is why we have that intensive, because getting that love back for yourself changes more than one area of your life. Okay. It doesn't just change your relationship with your SP and help get your SP back. But it also, if you want to lose weight, you also the weight starts to come off too, because you just start naturally doing things differently. Okay. This is where a friend of mine couldn't debate things with me because she's always been a very confident person. She's like, you're not going to tell me that I don't love myself. And I said, I'm not telling you anything. I would never do that, right? I'm not telling you about yourself. I said, but what I am saying is if you love yourself, then wouldn't you respect your body? She couldn't debate that. It was like a year later, I ran into her at a friend's birthday party. Friend's birthday party, like we're fucking 5. A friend's birthday dinner. I didn't even recognize her. She was half of a person. I was like, holy shit, what happened to you? She goes, something you said to me that day really resonated with me. And she dropped the weight. Right? And I'm not saying if you're overweight that you don't love yourself. That's not what I'm fucking saying. But that's what happened to me is I didn't realize that I had lost that love for myself. So I had to get that back. And then weight started coming off. I started attracting the right people. I started having better relationships, not just with an SP, but with your family, right? People started treating me different in society. All this shit. I started getting what I wanted in all areas of life because I found the love back for myself, because I started putting myself on that pedestal and getting really, really aware of who the fuck I was and stepping into my power of who I was. And this is well before I knew what manifestation was a thing. Okay. So everything starts to change in your life for the better. Things start to go your way. You'll notice you're treated very fucking differently. And no, your body image has nothing to do with it. Okay. But you're just treated differently because you have an aura about you, right? We've all met somebody like that before where we're like, damn, I wish I had their confidence, right? Or they just captivate a room, right? They walk in and people just start to look at them. People start to give them attention, things like that. We've all known people like that. And that's why. Because they know who the fuck they are. They know who the fuck they are. And when you know who you are, ain't shit changing. Lisa with a butterfly, how would I flip SP saying our lifestyles don't align, but our values align 85%? What the fuck does an 85% value alignment? Our lifestyles don't align. He knows that our lifestyles fit perfectly together. He knows that our lifestyles align perfectly together. That's what I would say. What are we talking about? Sky Blue, who knows what the fuck we're talking about at the moment? You put that question, Mark? That question in there? We're talking about SPs. Sarah, what if I manifested we don't call them X's, we call them SPs. And here on my platform, I told people that I would highly recommend you start referring to your SPs. Here on you can do whatever you want anywhere else, but here, your SPs need to be referred, they should be referred to. Sure. Your SP should be yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That would be better anyway, Betty. Your SP should be referred to boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. No in between. Because that's what you want them to be. That's who you want them to be for you, correct? So if that's who you want them to be for you, you need to start identifying them as being your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Because care to guess what's at the hierarchy of change? Identities. So if you start identifying them now as not an ex, but as a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, then they start to act like boyfriend, girlfriends, husbands, wives. So ditch the ex. And he left for his previous. That is because, Sarah, at some point in time, you viewed his previous ex as a problem. You viewed gutter trash as a problem. Okay? Good, Rob. Okay, you viewed gutter trash somehow as a problem based on what he may have told you about his relationship with her from the past, based on anything like that, is you viewed her as competition, as a threat to your relationship. So because of that, she played her part. And he went back to her. That's usually why that happens. What up, Terry, girlfriend? Look at that, Rob. You wrote an open letter to your future girlfriend and wife. Do you still have that shit? And if one more motherfucker asks in the success stories again how you did it, I'm going to wring your fucking necks. You already know how they did it. Why are you asking such a stupid ass question? Like on here, if they like leave a comment, somebody is bound to be like, how'd you do it? Why are you asking some stupid ass question like that? They're gonna be like, oh, I drank a magic potion. The Jen sent me. You know, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sell potions. James, write that down. And it's gonna be magic potions that you have to drink to get your SPs. It's me fucking Kool-Aid in a jar, bitch. Oh, man. Rachel, will manifestation work? Okay. So all of you guys need to understand that it doesn't matter if they're an avoidant, they're with gutter trash, they're in a toxic relationship with their baby mama, which aka gutter trash, all that shit. Like, stop asking if it will work if they're a specific type of person. Yes, they will. The only way it may not work is if they're an alien. It will work on anyone. It doesn't fucking matter who the hell they are. It doesn't matter what their problem is, what they've got going on. None of that shit matters. None of it matters. It will work on anyone. Okay? That's how do you think you manifested? Oh. How do you think you manifested them in the first goddamn place? How do you think you got with them in the first place? You manifested them. But it's no different. It's no fucking different. So get over it. Okay? But when it comes to a toxic relationship with a baby mama, we have a client going through this shit right now. And the problem is, toxic relationship, great, that stays. However, you cannot view the baby mama as a problem in your relationship. Because, what up, Adrian, girlfriend? Because, yeah, look at that. Princess Peach said my SP came back after 13 years. God damn, that's a long time. They do. MVS. You know what? People need to start saying who. I want you, if you book a call with me, I really want you to start saying who the fuck. Poor times. I'm gonna answer you today. I really want you to start saying who the hell you are on freaking TikTok. Because therefore we can put you in a group. Okay? Put you in a group. There you go, Diamond. Oh, yeah. Oh. Let me get back to you on that, okay? Okay. I'm sure she is, Joda. I'm sure she is. How do you book a one-on-one call? Link is in the bio. I'll tell you exactly how to do it. What up, Sarah? It's not hard, okay? Not hard. But click the link in my bio and I'll hook you up, sister. Okay, now listen, MVS. What I tell you all the fucking time. Maybe I didn't tell you this. We had a call yesterday. You're like, still no movement. Seriously? Okay, the worst thing you guys can keep doing to yourselves, okay? The worst fucking thing you guys can keep doing to yourselves is acknowledging your current circumstances. I see it all the fucking time. In the WhatsApp group, stuff, they'll be like, we're in no contact. Did you need to tell people that? No. Why do you keep acknowledging no movement, no movement? There's always movement. There's always movement behind the scenes before it pushes out to the 3D. You have to understand this. Like, okay, this is common sense, okay? This is common sense, okay? So, like, when people if I decide as an employer that I'm going to hire somebody, right? So you put job descriptions up on Indeed, wherever the fuck you put them on. And so then what do? You see the job, you're like, oh, I want this job. So what do? You apply for the job, right? Do they call you within 5 minutes of applying for the job and be like, you got the job? No, bitch, they don't. Okay? So you apply for the job. Nothing. You hear nothing. Well, behind the scenes though, are they just sitting there doing nothing with the resumes? No. They're looking at the resumes, separating them out. Who's qualified, who's not qualified. Can you see that? No, because that's behind the scenes, okay? So now they're figuring all that out. So now they've got and now sometimes you don't even hear from them for at least a week because they're collecting resumes. They're filtering them out. They're talking amongst each other, going through the resumes, doing all this shit behind the scenes. So then they call you for a job interview, right? Now you're like, okay, sick, I got the job interview. So now you're waiting for your scheduled, thanks, Shauna, girlfriend. You're waiting for your scheduled job interview time. You hear nothing from them because they're busy behind the scenes interviewing other people, right? So then you go to your job interview. Oftentimes, they're like, okay, we'll give you a call. Okay. So then you go home. You don't hear from them. Well, now that's because now behind the scenes, again, you don't see this again because it's behind the fucking scenes, is now they're deciding, they're talking amongst each other. They're deciding who they want to go with, this, that, and the fucking third. Maybe they have a second round of interviews, different things like that, right? Other people to interview, all that shit. You still don't hear from them. Lots of stuff going on behind the scenes. Then they call you and tell you yes or no. But there was a lot of shit going on behind the scenes that you couldn't see before that led to them calling you for the job interview. That led to them giving you that job. A lot of behind the scenes movement going on that you couldn't fucking see. That's like when you go watch a movie for 90 minutes. Do you think that they filmed that movie for 90 fucking minutes? No. All you see is the goddamn scene. It took them 4 months to film that movie. And there's a whole fucking crew behind the scenes. You can't see none of that shit. You got the script writers, the directors, the producers, the stuntmen, all this shit going on behind the scenes. Makeup artists, everything going on behind the scenes. You can't see shit. All you do is show up to the goddamn 90-minute movie and watch the movie. But you have no idea conversations that were had behind the scenes, auditions that were done, pre-filming, location scouting, all this shit behind the scenes before the movie could be created, right? They can't just create the movie. They don't just hire someone. There's a process. Your goddamn SP is no fucking different. There's always movement behind the scenes before it comes to the 3D. Like there's a lot of shit behind the scenes before the movie hits the box office. A lot of shit. I used to go to movie premieres all the time, movie screenings all the time, because they don't just release movies. They have like 15 endings to the movie. Have you ever noticed someone who passes away in the middle of the movie yet still makes it to the end? Right? So they have like 15 endings. They have a bunch of different scenes. They film a lot to cut down to 90 minutes. A lot of filming to cut it down to 90 minutes. So when you go to a movie premiere or a movie screening, they show you the movie. It's not always finished. Animation's never always finished, which is kind of cool because I saw Lyle Crocodile. It wasn't finished. I was like, damn, it's a person that's using this thing and you could see it. It's like, damn, that's kind of cool, right? Different things like that. But then at the end, they give you a fucking survey because they want to know, what characters did you like the best? What did you like? What didn't you like? This, that, and the fucking third. Because before they finish the movie and bring it to the box office, they want to make sure that they get honest feedback from who? People that are going to watch the movie. You know what I'm saying? But you don't see that, do you? No. So your SP is no fucking different. There has to be a thought process that leads up to them contacting you. They have to think about you, talk about you, all that shit. And then they're like, I gotta check in. I gotta see what's up. Plus, oftentimes definition of movement in the 3D is like, it depends. Like you guys are expecting that, and sometimes this happens, but oftentimes not, right? Realistically speaking, is that you think that the next time they're going to contact you is with a marriage goddamn proposal. We're in no contact, but the next time they contact me, marriage proposal. What in the crazy town shit are you talking about? Thanks, Shauna, girlfriend. Like yesterday, I had a call, Manifest For Me call, and she got contact same day when they were not currently in contact. But she's like, he literally contacted her and she's like, he's just talking about the job and stuff. Still not about our relationship. Isn't that how you guys have to look at it? Like when they come back into your life, oftentimes it's like hitting the restart button on your relationship, right? Oftentimes it's like hitting the restart button. Well, how the fuck did you guys talk when you first started talking? Normal conversation. Plus, on top of that, nothing has meaning until you give it a meaning. So, what do normal couples talk about in their text? Normal fucking shit. Right? Isn't that what they do? Like when me and my boyfriend text, it'll be like, hey, I'm going to the grocery store. Do you need something? You know what I'm saying? Or, hey, I'm going here, I'm going there. You know, or do you want to go here tonight? What do you want for dinner? You know, things like that is usually how it goes. It's not love bombing 24/7. And if you need love bombing 24/7 in your text, that's an insecurity within yourself. If you need reassurance over and over and over again, that's an insecurity within yourself. And if you knew how somebody felt about you, you wouldn't need the validation over and over and over again. Now, do we like validation? Of course we do. But if you knew how they felt about you, you wouldn't need it 24 fucking 7. Would you? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. I don't need to be validated for my boyfriend every waking second. I don't need him to love bomb me in my texts all the time, because if he doesn't, then I don't. Oh, hold on, guys. Butterfly came right up to my window. And that's what you guys have to remember. Y'all read way too into the shit. Y'all read way too into the shit. But start believing that you have it. That this is not that you have it, but that this is your shit. This is your fucking movie. This is how you decide what the fuck comes and what goes and what your shit is, and you decide the ending. So write the ending. Do it now. No more are we sitting here like a cliffhanger where we don't know how this is going to play out. I don't know if we're getting back together. I don't know that. No, decide right fucking now that I know exactly how the fuck this plays out. I know exactly how this plays out. Me and my SP together. That's all I need to know. That's it. And I don't need to question shit that goes on behind the scenes, because you know what? I'm going to control that shit too. That's what you guys don't understand. You control everything. So I'll decide what's going on behind the scenes, because nothing has meaning until I give it a meaning. So I'm going to give everything the meaning I want it to mean. So I'll decide how their day is going to go today. I'll decide all that shit. And I'm not going to see it because it's behind the scenes, which is totally fine. But all I need to know is my thoughts manifest. So that's all I need to know. So I'll control that shit. I'll decide if they're going to have a great day today or not. Just saying. So that's what you have to remember. Is that no worry about what's going on behind the scenes. I don't need to worry about none of that shit, because I'll decide what the fuck's going on behind the scenes. Yeah, he thinks about nothing but me all day, every day. I know he's thinking about me right now. Why the fuck wouldn't he? He's totally missing me right now. Every day, I told you guys to leverage time. Every day that goes by, he misses me even more and more. He can't seem to stay away from me. I know exactly how he feels about me. I know he's in love with me. Yep, he's thinking about, every time he sees your side, he's totally thinking about me right now. As you go throughout your day, all day, randomly at times, be like, yep, I know he's thinking about me right now. He knows he's thinking about me right now. Shit. I'll create my own movement behind the scenes, because there's always movement. So I'm going to tell myself what movement I expect to be happening behind the scenes, because I'm the director. So what's your behind the scenes? Tell yourself what the fuck is going on behind the scenes. You guys should not be sitting there wondering shit. None of you should be sitting there ever wondering anything. Never, never, never. Oh, I'm excited for her, Shanna. Can't wait to meet your daughter. Okay, you should never, ever worry about it. You should never question. You should not be wondering a goddamn thing. Never. You shouldn't be like, Thanks, Anna. Thanks, Anna. I get that a lot. But you should not. So I want you to work on it today. It is what's today? It's today? Fucking Tuesday? It is No Question Tuesday. No Question Tuesday. Inc. SP is specific person, which I'm sure someone answered that for you already. It's not, don't question shit Tuesday. That's exactly what the fuck it is. We're not questioning anything because you should not ever have to question anything. If you know, you know. Do you question what color your fucking underwear is today? No. Why don't you question that shit? Because you put them on, right? You chose them, you picked them out, you put their ass, you put them fucking on. Assuming you're wearing underwear. But you don't have to sit there and be like, wait, are my socks still gray today? No, you fucking know they are. You put them on. So what you need to question shit for? Oh, 4 times, that's easy. If you identify as losing your Apple Pencil, then your Apple Pencil is lost. It cannot be in your reality if it's lost. Okay? But if you want to find something, maybe you have a necklace. I have pendulums, but if you don't, you have a necklace. It'll be like the chain and then something heavier down here. Okay? And all you do is hold it out. This is for any of you that want to find anything you've lost, because your subconscious mind knows exactly where it is. You hold it out in front of you and you say, where's my Apple Pencil? Where's my Apple Pencil? Where's my Apple Pencil? It will start to swing in a certain direction. So it's either this way or that way. Now, if that way there's a fucking wall, then it's obviously this way. And then you walk that way to another position. You say, where's my Apple Pencil? Where's my Apple Pencil? Where's my Apple Pencil? And it will start to sway another direction. You go either that way or that way. And it will start to narrow it down. It'll take you into a specific room. Then you stand in that room. Where is it? And it'll go a specific direction. And boom, there it is. But you can also just start telling yourself that you found your Apple Pencil. Just tell yourself that you found your Apple Pencil. Ow. Okay. Elevated. We're going to do the 2 techniques in one hot little splicky sick. Does self-concept affect not manifesting an SP back? Yes. Well, I was trying to figure out how to best answer this. The short answer is yes. The long answer is you do not need to have a stellar self-concept to manifest your SP back, but if you want to do it quickly, the more self-concept you have, the quicker they can form. And the reason for that is because you're not questioning everything under the sun. Okay? You're not thinking about, you're not having a shit ton of negative thoughts. You're not putting them on the pedestal. Instead, you're on the pedestal. Like, you don't need to be in a relationship with them, but you want to be in one. There's a difference. And then you're not giving off desperate ass energy. You're also putting yourself on that pedestal and you stay there. So there's all these benefits of having an elevated self-concept. Now, is it everything? No. Okay? Because you could have a stellar self-concept and still not manifest your SP back. Okay? But a lot of people do struggle with their SPs being on the pedestal and you not be. So when you do have a great self-concept, things that they say wouldn't fucking bother you. I mean, sure, maybe initially it might hurt your feelings at first, but after that, you're like, what the fuck? Because the thing is your feelings aren't just getting hurt by your SP. Okay? Like if somebody that you don't even fucking know on the internet says something to you, you get affected by that too. You take things personal. You end up taking snaps to Lorena. You end up taking a lot of things personal. Okay? Oh shit. Lorena, if I would have read this correctly, Lorena said, using my hypnosis bundle, she manifested 2 SPs. What? Snaps to Lorena. You should go grab a copy. They're on the cheap. Like literally everything we offer is cheap. Let's be frank. The quality is not cheap. That's for sure. In fact, it's kind of like going to like the most it's like going to Ruth Chris, but getting Denny's prices. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. So self-concept is important, which is why we have the 2-year horn intensive coming up on August 3rd. Because when you put yourself on that pedestal, the things that people fucking say to you don't bother you. No one's telling you about who the fuck you are. Okay? No one's creating insecurities within yourself. Your identities are not wrapped up in other people and relationships. Like, you know, you're not reacting to the 3D. Like, you're not doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Golden Baby Love. I said right after this live, I got to go back and see your text. But right after this live, I'll leave you a voice note. Okay? So see what I'm saying? So you're not affected like that. So, and besides also the reason why the higher your self-concept, the quicker your manifestation is because your self-concept, you be on that pedestal, is aligning with your inner conversations, which is what's pushing out. So it's not hard for you to have these inner conversations. You're not having a shit ton of negative thoughts. Okay, your inner conversations and your self-concept are aligning, which is what's pushing out which is what accelerates it, if that makes sense. But there's only 5 things you need to do to manifest your SP back, and 2 of them are connected, and that is pedestal and inner conversations. Yes, 1990 kitty cat. You can manifest someone to lose feelings for you. Why not? Why not? Danielle. You can manifest anyone to do anything. You want them to lose feelings for you? Sure. You can manifest them to lose feelings, someone to lose feelings for you. Be like, yeah, actually he doesn't even like me anymore. He literally doesn't even like me anymore. You know what I'm saying? 1990 kitty cat. I plan to continue to do what I'm doing on here, although if I win the lottery, when I win the lottery, who knows? I'm just kidding. I would never, ever do that. Okay. Ew. I love butterflies. Although I think we came across a bird lady. It reminded me of on what is that movie called? Home Alone, the bird lady who passed away, God rest her soul. Is it weird that when she passed away and they called her the bird lady, everybody knew who the fuck she was? Everyone knew who they were talking about? When my boyfriend told me that, I was like, is it weird that we automatically knew who the fuck they were talking about? But I think we saw one in the Walmart parking lot the other day because, I mean, there were like a million birds, like just flying around these 2 people. And I was like, no, see, I'd be too afraid that one is going to shit on my fucking head. And then I'm going to lose my shit. Then I have to call Flashy and have Flashy come shooting down. So you guys don't fucking listen. You guys don't fucking listen. That's good, Devin. No one cares about Snapchat anyway. I know elevated involuntarily means that it's not involuntary, it's just on autopilot. Viola, we don't call them third parties around here. We call them fucking gutter trash. There's no third parties. See, this is the problem. See, this is why. Oh, Jackie was already on that shit. See, this is a. You know, I can see your WhatsApp messages, right? When you post on shit. When you post it. And y'all need to stop going to bevy privately when you're in a fucking group. Okay? What up, Danny? When you're in a group, don't private message bevy. Because you don't have the guts to post in our group what you're going to tell bevy. Because you know I'll fucking bitch at you. But I could see all the stupid shit. Rachel. Bevy, that's right. Bevy's DMs are my DMs. Okay, we talk. Hello. But Rachel, I think it's up. I think it's up in my bio. My view is different than yours. So, but we're going to fucking talk. Right after we do these techniques, we're going to fucking, oh, Raquel. You didn't know I was talking about you? The most recent one that just came up? Mm-hmm. This is the problem. A lot of times, you guys are having to flip. You know why? Because your self-concept needs to be a little bit improved on. You wouldn't have to flip if you just maintain inner conversations and stop bitching every waking second that you get. But it's okay, because we're going to talk about that when we come back from doing the techniques. That's what we're going to do. We're going to discuss that, because Raquel, you're one, but you're not the only. Trust and believe. If it makes you fucking feel better, bitch, you're not the fucking one. You're not the only one, if that makes you feel better. But we're going to get into it. Okay? Okay, so get in a comfy little place before we get started with the 2 techniques that we do almost every day here on TikTok, unless I get fucking highly distracted. Thanks, Carabug. So, if you are new here, I'm obviously your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and everything else to work in your favor. It's not about following the law of assumption. It's about leveraging everything. Because when you leverage and do what the fuck I tell you to do, that's when your shit comes hella quick, okay? So, I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks. I've managed to cut that fucking time in half. Again, if you listen and do what the fuck I tell you to do. So, if you want me to manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong so you can get your shit right, because a lot of you need to get your shit right, then all links are in my bio. Okay? Well, stick around, Carabug. We're about to do 2 exercises, and I am here to never tell you what you want to hear, but tell what you need to hear. I'm also here to kick your ass and cuss you out when you get out of fucking line, which is what we're going to do after we come back from these 2 techniques, because a lot of you getting the fuck out of line. And it needs to stop. It needs to stop. You're not going to come in my community and think you're going to get away with bullshit. There's that part. Okay? We are literally, I am the low price leader in the coaching space because I want to help as many people as possible. So like I said, it's like you go on a Ruth Chris and paying Denny prices. Okay. You can work, you have the ability to work with me for $100. It ain't a lot of money. Okay. But the success rate that I have with my clients doesn't compare to people who have been teaching this shit for many years. And I've been doing it since February. Okay. So there's that part. I'm good at what I do, but I can't make you do it. That's the problem. I'll tell you exactly what to do, but I can't make you do it. You have to do it. Yeah, that's a good one, Danielle. You have to fucking do it. Okay? Okay. I don't know what's gross, Brittany. So, anywho, yeah, we've got guided meditations. Hey, I was going to say, Rob, moon's over my hammy slaps, bitch. It slaps. Denny slaps at 2 a.m. Mm-hmm. That's when it slaps the best. Okay, good, baby. Okay? You know, when you've had some cocktails and you're like, that shit has never tasted so good. Okay? So, obviously, we have guided meditations, hypnosis audios, which somebody said on here that she literally manifested 2 men by listening to my hypnosis bundle. Okay? So we have those, and what else do we have? Oh yeah, we have SP stories. Very fucking important, because how you see your SP. I'm not in Arlington. I'm in California. How you see your SPs is very fucking important. So you should get your SP story written. Okay, we also have self-concept stories. How you see yourself is, you know, just as important. And then gutter trash stories. And you can pair it with a song too. It is a custom song that you will get to hear a sample of in a minute. All right. Okay. All links are in my bio. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, sometimes we go left, sometimes we go right. Who the fuck knows? But we have a rocking good ass fucking time on here, and we probably do have one of the most entertaining TikTok lives that you'll watch. Because it's uncensored, unscripted, and unfiltered. If you ever miss a live, though, I do always put them on the tube of the U. So while you're there, subscribe. Yeah, sometimes we go under. Well, yeah, sometimes we go under. We just never know where we're going around here, okay? But we're like family around here. We are like, Rob, we don't have a Waffle House around here. We are like family around here. So we get to know each other, and we love you because no one will care about you more than I do. That's a God-given fact, okay? I don't hold anything back from you here. I'm here to give you value. I'm not here to dangle a goddamn carrot. I'm not here to do none of that shit. I'm here to actually help you. You know what I'm saying? There's that. Okay? All right. So by now, you should have found a nice, relaxing place. Okay? And then stick around because I'm going to kick your ass if I can warn done. Let's play the music. I know this isn't the custom song. This is my hypnosis music to get you in a nice, relaxed mood. Okay, I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to take a couple deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. And I want you just to relax. Let the tension in your body go. Drop those negative goddamn thoughts for just a minute. Clear your mind for just a minute. Now I want you to imagine that you're in a giant amphitheater. And it's dark outside. There's no one there but you. And you're sitting in the middle of this amphitheater, and in front of you, there's a giant stage. And on this stage, there's a single stage light. Now I want you to stare into that stage light for just a moment. And as you stare into the stage light, you start to notice that oops, I'm sorry if I invited you to, I'm so sorry, please don't accept my invite. In front of you, there's this, as you focus on the stage light, you start to realize that you're actually not alone. In fact, you notice that off in the distance, in the back of the stage, out of the light, there's a dark, shadowy figure. And as you start to focus your attention and shift your focus to the dark, shadowy figure, you start to notice that that person is your SP. Now, I want you to call your SP into the light. I want you to say their name, and I want you to ask them to come into the light, into the center of the stage. Do that now. Now, as they begin to walk into, it's okay, Diavon, pick up now where we left off. As they begin to walk into the light, into the center of the stage, you start to notice their facial features, their physical features, and you also notice a gold cord that runs directly from your third eye into theirs. Now, I want you to ask your SP these two questions, and I want you to hear them respond. If you can hear their voice, great. If you can't, that's okay too. I want you to ask your SP right now, do you support me? Hear them tell you, yes. Now ask your SP, do you love me? Also hear them tell you, yes. Now, I want you to say these 4 phrases to your SP. This time, you're not going to hear them reply, and that's okay. I want you to look at your SP right in their eyes, and I want you to tell your SP, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now I want you to reach up with your hands as if it's a pair of scissors. And I want you to cut the gold cord that runs directly from your third eye only, keeping the gold cord fully intact in your SP's third eye. And as the gold cord begins to fall to the floor, I want you to reach up with your other hand, and I want you to grab the roots of that gold cord and just pull them out of your third eye and toss them aside. And as the cord continues to fall to the floor, your SP starts to float away like a balloon. And they get farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And they get farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And they get farther and farther. And smaller and smaller. And they get farther and farther and smaller until they just disappear. Now I want you to take another deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and open your eyes. Alrighty. If you are new here, what we did is we did an ancient Hawaiian tradition. It's called Ho'oponopono. And what that does is it releases the negative energy that you have attached to your SP. Okay, so we clear that energy, we cleanse that energy, because since you met your SP, you've been walking around with the same goddamn shirt on, and you ain't taking it off to wash it. Now we washed that shirt, okay? And so you need to know that the way this works is they are going to think about you, and they are going to think about you very quickly. Okay, I did this with an SP, with an ex that I hadn't talked to in 8 years, and he called me within 72 hours. Wasn't my intention. So they will think about you, but this time they'll think about you differently. It'll be a different type of energy attached. And that's what we want. We want to dead the old energy and only have the new. And that's what this is going to do for you. It's called Ho'oponopono. Okay, the part of it that's Ho'oponopono is the 4 phrases that you said to your SP. Okay, because it's taking that energy back for yourself. So you should do this with people that are even in your life now, like your children, your parents, people, but start with those that you may have tension with. Flashy, do this with your son, okay? With people that you may have tension with. right? People that may be negative in your life. Start with those people and then branch out, because the reality is everybody you've ever came into contact with is still connected to your energy. So what in the heck? Including all your exes. so there's that part. So let's get rid of them all. Okay? All right. Now that they're thinking about you, let's get you some contact. Okay? Let's get you some contact. Well, good, Rainies. Stick around. We're like family here. I never tell you what you need to hear or what you want to hear. I tell you what you need to hear, and I will kick your ass when you get out of line, which is what we're going to do after this next technique. Because a lot of you be tripping. A lot of you be seriously tripping around here. And it's completely unfiltered around here, just so you know. So if you have sensitive ears, I don't know what to fucking tell you. But you know, we never know where the calls are going to go. Sometimes we talk about pube jars. Other times we do tarot card. We do freaking psychic readings on here sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Sanchi, I'm going to contact you. Yep, they're always loaded on the tube of the U. That's right, the pube jars. Yep, whatever you want. Whatever your pleasure. So, all right, I do have to make video fucking content, guys, while you guys keep filling up the little time that I have to fit in this shit, okay? So, as long as I can record 2 videos today, we should be good, all right? That's right, Rob. Bitches be tripping, so keep flipping. All right. So now let's get you some contact. Get those SP's photos out. Is my SP really worth it if he disappears? Shouldn't I focus on getting someone better? It depends, Alicia. I can't answer that for you. Okay? We can't help the ones that we love. So if he just disappears, you can change that shit. Okay? I mean, it's how you see them. These are patterns, and you haven't broken the pattern. Okay? Your entire relationship history are patterns. Okay, so you could get someone better if that's what you believe. But again, what we do here is we evolve as people, because it isn't about your SP, it's about you evolving. Because let's say you decide, I want somebody fucking better. Well, care to guess how that relationship's going to go if you don't do something different? Same way this one went, same way the last one went, same way the last one went. Because the only thing that every SP, every ex has in common is you. So if you don't change that shit, you're just going to keep attracting the same type of people over and over and over again. So it's entirely up to you. Okay? I personally am not going to, because it's about doing things differently, right? You're not breaking patterns. They can only show up the way you want them to show up. So, let me think about it, Debbie. When the ghetto portents, you want to have a call on Instagram? I don't think I've ever talked to anybody on Instagram. Sure, why not? But they're on Zoom, portents. So all you have to do is click the fucking link on Zoom and it opens up Zoom. It doesn't have to be on Instagram. You just click the link. It's not on WhatsApp. Okay? So, anywho, Nanner, all right. Hold your questions. Okay. No, actually, Bevy has to check, because if she moved, Bevy, is that the person that was there after my live? Is that the one that you moved to tomorrow? Because if that's the one you moved to tomorrow, then yeah, she can take that spot. Okay, portents. It's not like I'm sitting here with a wide open goddamn calendar, bitch. Okay? So I know it's very important, but if somebody's there, I can't be like, oh, well, get rid of them because this one's important. You know what I'm saying? So I have to take care of who's already on the call. Oh, okay. Again, I need somebody to answer the question now. Okay. Okay, well, oh, welcome to Mo's bitch. Okay. But were you right after this live? If she was right after this live, then Poor Temps can take that spot. But if there's somebody else that was scheduled right after this live, then I have to keep that call. Okay, cool. Well, then I guess it's your lucky goddamn day, Poor Temps. I guess you manifested that shit. All right. So now you got your SP's photos out. We're not getting distracted anymore around here because we got to do the photo method so I can bitch at you while there's still time. Okay? So I need you to go back to the beginning of your relationship. And I need you to start remembering who the fuck you were. Who were you as a person? As a woman, as a man, who were you? You had a confidence level about you. You had an assurance about you. Your identities were not wrapped up in a relationship or were not wrapped up by a man or a woman. Your insecurities that you have now were not wrapped up in a person. Okay, the fact is, not only did your SP change over the course of your relationship. No, we're just getting started. Not only did your SP change over the course of your relationship, but so did you. You also changed. You were not the same person in the beginning of your relationship that you were at the end of your relationship or who you are now. So we need to go back to who you were. You need to get back in touch with yourself and be more confident about who you are as a person so that you can, but the elevated version, like the 2.0 edition, okay, of who you are, the evolved edition. Okay, because when you do that, then things change. Because who you were in the beginning of your relationship is who your SP was attracted to, chased, desired, wanted to be with, who pursued, he wanted to talk to you all the time. He wanted to constantly spend time with you. He caught feelings for you. That version of you is who your SP wanted to be in a relationship with, is who your SP fell in love with. So you must become that version of yourself again, but the evolved version. Because that version of your SP, or of you, your SP, wanted to remember for 5 seconds who you were. And I really want you to partly focus on becoming that version of yourself again. Okay? Doesn't matter. Now, I want you to go back, Carbug, maybe this will help you. I want you to go back to a time in your relationship where everything was perfect. Where the time in your relationship where you didn't question anything about them. Where they were checking all of your boxes, okay? Where they were just checking all the boxes. They were your perfect person. They were everything you've ever wanted in a person. I want you to remember who that person was for you. Spend about 20 seconds. Remember, who were they? How did they treat you? How did they make you feel? Because that version of your SP, you didn't question anything. You knew exactly how they felt about you. You knew they wanted to be with you. You knew that they would call you. Why not? They called you all the fucking time. You knew that they would spend time with you. You knew that you were a priority to them. That version of your SP is also who you fell in love with. Thanks, Princess Peach. So you need to remember now who they were for you. And select only that version of your SP and the specific person. And the only way you can select that version of your SP is by seeing them as that version of them now for you. Perfect. Amazing. Worship the ground that I walk on. However you want to see them. Okay? You need to see them as that version. Forget who they were 5 minutes ago. And tap in right now to the version of them that you want and expect for them to be for you. however you want to see them. Now, the reality is, because you have to understand that these two versions of each other, you and your SP, were together, were in love with each other, wanted to be with each other. But at time, you both changed. And the only reason why your SP changed is because you selected a worse version of your SP, a different version. And they had no choice but to play their role and to conform to however you thought about them. Okay? Okay. Now, you need to know that there's always movement. There is always movement. There has never been a day in your since you have maybe not been in contact with your SP in the 3D, you are always in contact with your SP all the time. There's never been a time that you haven't been in contact with your SP. Sure, maybe not in the 3D at the current second, but it's called thought transmission. You are constantly transferring thoughts to your SP. So up until now, what have you been talking to them about? All the negative shit? The bitching, moaning, and groaning? Stop doing that. Because when you think about them, they think about you. When they think about you, you think about them. Your thoughts are always coming together. And so you need to remember that. Okay? Because there's not a day that's gone by that they haven't wanted to talk to you, that they haven't wanted to be with you, to tell you everything that you want to hear. But up until now, you've been preventing them from doing that because either way, you are expecting something. You're either expecting the 3D to control your thoughts, which means he doesn't want to talk to me. I'm blocked on everything. We're in no communication. It's been 6 months since we've last spoken. They're not thinking about me. They've moved on with somebody else. That's usually what you're thinking about. So therefore, he can't contact you. Or you can start now expecting, of course, I'm all he ever thinks about. He thinks about nothing but me. I know he's going to contact me. He's absolutely going to contact me. He wants nothing more than to talk to me, because I know he misses me. Or he can choose to see, I know he wants to be with me. Absolutely not a doubt in my mind. Or he can choose to expect that instead. But if you're looking at the version of your SP that is perfect for you, you should not expect anything less than the best. The version of him that would do those things because he's done them before. Sabrina, I miss you too, bitch. We'll talk next week. Okay? So, that's where it's at. Now, if you are new here, I need you to put on your fucking crown. And many of you need to straighten your shit. Oh, Sabrina? I was just about to say I was going to be proud of you, bitch. Snaps to Sabrina real quick because she got some updates and they are good. Yes, I am proud of you, bitch. Now I want to know. Okay, so put on your crown and you're going to do it now. Okay? And if you're not new here, you're going to straighten your crown. Okay? And you're going to straighten it now. Because here we get what we want and we get it when we want it. We don't wait for shit. We don't wait for shit. So there's that. When queens and kings give a command, do they have to sit there and question, wonder, worry, check, doubt if their command will be fulfilled? Fuck no, they don't. When queens and kings give a command, there's nothing to fucking check. There's nothing to question. There's nothing to worry about in any sense of that word. They gave the command, it must be fulfilled. That's all they need to know. And that is now who the fuck you are. So own your shit, and you're going to own it now. That's me? Okay. Now, if you're I prefer if you're alone, say it out loud, say it with a little bit of backbone. If you're not alone, put that shit in your mind so you don't look like a complete wacko. All right, bitch? Okay, so, well, thanks, Lizzie girlfriend. If you are in no contact with your SP, then, or you're in contact, but it is not consistent contact, then you're going to tell their motherfucking ass what to do. You could say contacting, calling, texting. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Okay? So however they're going to reach out to you naturally is how it's going to happen. Who really gives a shit? So you're going to say, you are contacting me right now. You know you want to contact me right now. You are contacting me right now. You know you want to contact me right now. You are contacting me right now. What you want them to know. You know you want to contact me right now. Okay? Period. Now, if you are in consistent contact, but you are long distance, you can tell them, you're contacting me right now and you're going to tell me everything I want to hear. You know you want to tell me everything I want to hear. You're contacting me right now. You're going to tell me everything I want to hear. Period. If you are not long distance, then you can tell them, you can either say they're contacting you right now, or you're going to say, you're coming to see me today. You know you want to come see me today. You're coming to see me today. You know you want to come see me today. A little bit of goddamn backbone. Like a child who isn't listening. How the fuck would you be talking to your child? Yeah. Well, that's now your SP. Okay? Now, if you are in any of the ships, friendship, situationship, relationship, marriageship, any of that shit, then what you're going to do is you can do one of the first, or you can have fun with it. And you can say, you're bringing me dinner tonight. You know you want to bring me dinner tonight. You're cooking me dinner tonight. You know you want to cook me dinner tonight. You're buying me flowers today. You know you want to bring me flowers today. You're giving me a massage tonight. You know you want to give me a massage tonight. You're giving me sexy time tonight. You know you want to give me sexy time tonight. Whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter to me. That was my fake singing voice, by the way. You'll get to hear my real singing voice right now. All right, we'll play the admin song today. Switch it up on your asses sometimes. Okay, buddy. Now, I want you to give your commands. And I want you to expect something fucking different. Don't worry about it. Don't question it. Just roll with it, baby. Just do what you do. Okay? So give your commands, expect them to contact you. Stick around, because right after this exercise, when I go to the ladies' room, right after this exercise, guess what? I'm going to have some words for you. Okay? Okie dokie. Now get busy. Give your commands and expect them to contact you.
Some people build a business. She chose to build belief. She saw a crown and broken souls long before they could see. She reminds the world each morning, the pen is in your hand. Stop living by your circumstances. Stop becoming who you plan. Different hearts, different gifts. One mission brought them here. Four hearts, one purpose, one fire, one dream, changing lives, one soul at a time. One voice becomes another, then another, then another, until the whole room starts believing. One laughs like a Welsh sunshine, bright enough to change the day. Beauty wrapped in brilliant wisdom, always knowing what to say. Patient through 1,000 questions, never rushing, always kind, turning fear into direction, leaving no one left behind. Different stories, different roads. One mission keeps them here. Four hearts, one purpose, one fire, one dream, changing lives, one soul at a time. One voice becomes another, then another, then another, until the whole room starts believing. One tells the truth without apology, tiny frame but standing tall, guardian of every heartbeat, always answering the call. Covered stories written in ink, cats asleep beside the chair, loving heart, protect starts believing. One writes between old pages and hoofbeats before dawn, turning thoughts into melodies until new dreams are born. Finding beauty inside words, painting futures into art, building songs and endless visions straight from philosophy and heart. Always searching for the answer, always helping people see the strongest stories ever written begin with possibility. When the whole world falls asleep, you'll still find 4 lights on. One more message, one more song, one more design, one more call. Because somewhere, someone's waiting to remember who they really are. For us, one purpose, one fire, one dream, building futures, one soul at a time. Stand back up, lift your head, the story isn't finished yet. The power never left, it was always inside you. 4 different women, one common dream, one extraordinary family.
Isn't that song beautiful? Isn't that song beautiful? Debbie said, oh, my part. What up, Taylor, bitch? That's the song, bitch. So, you know, if you want your custom song, links are in the bio. And it's curated for you. There's no 2 songs created equal around here. You know what I'm saying? So, well, Taylor, buckle up, bitch, because you made it just in time. Just in time. So, yeah, we create them for you. And they're amazing. They're going to play at your fucking... No, we sing them, Sanchi. What's wrong with you? Yeah, but they're curated in a specific way. And then, and it's not, it could be any tone that you want. Okay, like if like Eminem's your shit, well, we'll give you an Eminem style, right? If you want a romantic one, country, whatever the fuck your vibe is, heavy metal, whatever you want, it's cool. No one's judged around here, okay? Yeah, Lorraine is high in demand around here. She's being hunted by SPs now. Oh, man. Look at that, Taylor. See what happens when you get your fucking story straight? Because Eminem just left her apartment. That's right. Snaps for Taylor. Okay. So, listen. Here. What the fuck are you? What in the ghetto shit are you talking about? You recently watched the movie Obsession and now you're feeling really weird about manifesting an SP? Girl, trust me, if you were to say that he's obsessed with you, it's not going to be the obsession that, you know, from the movie. Okay. If you think about it, there's a couple different movies where they've had obsession, right? And usually it's the bitch, right? It goes like loco crazy. Now I want to watch that movie again. So, anywho, Nanner, okay, listen up. You guys like... Simon, I ain't obsessed. I ain't scared. I want him obsessed. Okay. You have to understand. Yeah, he's gonna look like that one scene. You define what obsession is. You know what I'm saying? So, but you guys need to understand that every day, it doesn't fail on here in the WhatsApp. You're not seeing the version of your SP that you want and expect them to be for you. Because all you do is bitch. What if he's an avoidant? What if he's this? What if he's that? I didn't even know an avoidant was a fucking thing until I came into the manifestation SP community. Who in the fuck is putting the shit out there that he's an avoidant? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Do you know what that means? Because here's what I would think an avoidant is, which is a good thing, is, he avoids fucking conflict. Oh, God forbid. I can't stop arguing. I have to flip all these thoughts. I'm trying to flip them, but the negative thoughts just keep coming. For fucking what? For what? Then if your negative thoughts if they keep coming, you're not doing what I told you to do, which is why we have that 3-day toot your own horn intensive. Because for some of you, it's a hard challenge for you just to make every goddamn thing about you. I don't understand why it's hard for you to make everything about you, to assign positive meaning to fucking everything, to make yourself feel better. That's it. Why do you insist on feeling like shit? Why do you insist on having a negative thought after negative thought? I don't have any negative thoughts. Let's just be frank. And the only reason why I don't is because I make every fucking thing about me. I make everything about me. That's right. Doralee, snaps to Doralee. She says, OMG, I'm so excited. My SP just now, in the middle of her commands, texted her. That's how this works. You keep giving your power a fucking way. And I'm not understanding why you keep doing that shit. Like, it's not a difficult concept for you to assign positive meaning to everything, to step into your fucking power and to fucking wear your goddamn fucking crown. It's not hard. It's not hard to stop being the victim of all your shit. It's not hard. It's only as hard as you choose to make it. But why would I'm not going to sit there. I told you, I didn't give negative thoughts an opportunity to get up in my shit. Why? Because once I got myself together and I said, that's it. I'm all fucking done. I'm all done playing games. I'm all done wasting my fucking time. I'm going to get a grip and I'm done with law of attraction shit. It's done nothing but waste my time. So I'm going to get a grip and I'm going to go back to what I know. And I'm going to tell myself whatever the fuck I want to tell myself, period. I ain't going to give anything another goddamn option. So if that means that I need to affirm all day, then care to guess what I would do? Exactly that. Because I wasn't going to give anything another fucking option. If I had to assign meaning to everything that I wanted it to mean, it's exactly what the fuck I was going to do. There was no other option. If I had to do whatever, I had to do whatever I needed to do. I wanted my boyfriend back. So what in the fuck do I look like looking at him like an asshole? No, I didn't look at him as a bad person. Why the fuck would I want an asshole back? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why you can't see them for the person that you want them to be for you, because why in the fuck are you with them? Why do you want to be with them if you can't see the good in somebody? Because if you're judging them constantly, you care to guess who else you're judging? Every fucking body else, people you don't even know. And I know this because I see this shit all the time in the WhatsApp groups. You guys can't even not react to people you don't even fucking know. You can't even not react to people on the goddamn internet. Get it together. Get it together. Because I don't understand. It is not hard. It is not hard for you to see the best in somebody instead of the worst. It is not hard to tell yourself whatever the fuck you want to tell yourself all day long. Everything is about me. It's a goddamn Jen show around here every goddamn day every day of the week, 24 fucking 7. It is the Jen show. I will tell myself whatever the hell I want to tell myself to make myself feel better. I will give nothing else an option. And so I don't understand why it's hard for you to not get your feelings in a fucking bunch, not take things personal, and to not do all that, and to assign negative meaning after negative meaning, hurt my feelings, make me feel like shit. I tell you, you guys have one goal in mind. Every day you wake up and you're like, today is a great day to hurt my feelings and feel like shit. What can I do today? Let me go check the 3D. Let me react to my thoughts. And let me continue to hurt my own feelings. Let me continue to just shit on myself all fucking day long because that's the vibe. That makes me feel good about my goddamn life. Well, how's that working out? First of all, you're not getting your shit. Second of all, you don't even feel good. Why are you doing it? Why are you repeatedly acknowledging the 3D over and over? It's hard to ignore the 3D. No, the fuck it's not. No, the fuck it's not. It's not in your face. You're fishing for it. So what's there hard to ignore? You should make everything about you. Everything. They blocked you on social media. I'm flicking him. I know he looks at my profile don't even acknowledge being blocked. Stop doing that shit. But be like, I know he's looking at my profile every goddamn day. He looks at all my stories. Why wouldn't he? He's always creeping my profile. Period. I don't need evidence. I don't need proof. I am the fucking proof. I'll tell myself whatever the hell I want to tell myself because it's going to make me feel better. What part of that is unclear? If you just focus on feeling better and assigning positive meaning to everything, then that's what you're going to get. You have to start now. Because you have no game plan when your SP comes back around. If your SP is to contact you today and you're still reacting to shit, you're still doing this stupid shit in the 3D, when your SP comes back around, trust me. Trust me when I tell you, if you lack the discipline now, that shit ain't going to change when they come back in contact. It's going to be amplified. And now you're just going to fuck yourself over and over and over again because you do not need a psychic. You do not need anyone to tell you how your relationship will end again because it will end again when they come back. Because you have done nothing different. You have changed nothing. You have broken no patterns within yourself. You're still reacting to the stupid shit now that's not even in your face, let alone not reacting to your SP when they come back in contact. And you just can't get a fucking grip. You're constantly selecting the version of your SP that you do not want. And so if you think when they come back around, you think you're not going to do that again, that's what got you in this shit in the first place. Is constantly selecting asshole version, avoidant version, wants to be a moron, distant, disappears on me, not a priority. That's what you're constantly doing. So because of that, you're constantly getting exactly that shit. I told you 10,000 times, there's no reason you need to react to your 3D negatively. There's no reason. For what? Because your 3D is exactly how you want it to be. So what are you bitching about? Where are you going to continue to acknowledge no movement and still nothing, still nothing, still nothing? Of course there's still nothing. That's exactly what you want. So stop lying to yourself. You are doing this to yourself. Your 3D isn't changing because you have done nothing to change it. You're reacting to it. Therefore, it's exactly how you want it to be. Exactly how you want it to be because it's all showing up based on your thoughts. And so if your thoughts are going to be, if the 3D is going to control your thoughts, guess who's winning? The fucking 3D. So it's exactly perfectly curated, exactly how you want it to be. And if you don't like what you see, then fucking stop whining about it, stop bitching about it, stop acknowledging it, and get a grip and change it in your mind. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. But you guys do this shit for a day and you're like, I've done everything right. Still nothing. You don't even give shit an option because all you do is affirm, 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 inner conversation, flip, 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 flip. Where's that? Like you're on a goddamn fucking scavenger hunt looking for your SP. Knock the dumb shit off. Knock it off now. Get a grip in your mind. Get a grip in your mind. You guys are doing all this stupid shit. And then if you're in contact with your SP, you still haven't evolved because you're like, we argue all the time. Why are you arguing? I told you not to argue. But you keep doing the same stupid shit over and over and over again. And then you're getting your feelings in a bunch, and then you want to have the nerve to sit there and cry about it. What are you crying about? It's perfectly curated exactly how you want it to be. What are you crying about? When you go to a restaurant and you order a fucking meal, do you question if the shit's gonna come to the table? Do you question it? No. You order the goddamn entree, you sit back, sip your glass of wine, go about your business, and you know that depending upon where the fuck you order from, in a couple minutes, boom, there's your goddamn meal. You don't question it. Well, I ordered it, but is it actually going to show up though? Or are they going to give me what I want? Do you? No. So why is your SP any different? You selected me and SP together. What's there to question? What's there to worry about? What's there to check? You don't need to check. Whenever you order any goddamn thing, do you check? No. No, you order on Shein. Cool. You don't need to check because you get an email confirmation that, okay, your order's on its way. Okay, cool. You're not sitting there wondering if it's actually going to arrive. It says it'll be here by this date. Cool. That's all I need to goddamn know. Amazon. 2-day delivery. Cool. It'll be here on Wednesday. Awesome. Got that. I don't need to check again. So get it together. Get it together. You need to tell yourself how this plays out. You can tell yourself whatever the fuck you want to tell yourself. So you need to tell yourself what you want. Like, I know we're getting back together. I know this for a fact. I have no doubt that we're getting back together. I know this. I know we're getting back together, and that's all I need to goddamn know. And I'm just going to play my part. I don't need to check. I don't need to wonder. I don't need to question. I don't need to do none of that shit. What I need to do is act like a fucking adult, focus on myself, evolve, and do things differently now so that when he comes back, when she comes back, we're Gucci. That this relationship thrives. Because I've learned where I've gone wrong. And I'm going to start shutting the fuck up. I'm going to get that tattoo this weekend, bitch. I'm going to learn to shut the fuck up. I'm not going to do shit else but do my part. Positive meaning to everything. I don't give a fuck what I see. Positive meaning. Positive meaning. Positive goddamn meaning. It's all about me. Everything is about me. What is he doing right now? Thinking about me. Yep. What's he got going on tonight? All I know is he's completely miserable tonight. He's going to have the most miserable night of his life. Why? Because all he can do is think about me. Yep. It doesn't matter. Everything reminds his ass of me. I know he's thinking about me right now. Shit. Like, yep. Why wouldn't he? I know he's talking to his mom right now about how much he misses me and how much he wants to be with me. And I know his mom is telling him that we belong together and that he's never going to find anybody like me and that we need to get back together. Yep. That's what I know. All about you. Do you understand? I need you to work on this because this is why when SPs come, this is why you'll manifest an SP back and then they leave. Then you manifest them back again. Then they leave. When are you going to end the fucking cycle? You have to break the patterns, but you're the biggest pattern of them all. So if you don't want to do things differently, and you want to continue to acknowledge everything in the 3D that you don't like, well, then you may as well just pack this shit up and let life keep happening to you. Because that's what you're doing. There's no more. I can't catch a fucking break around here. How the fuck am I supposed to come up with video content if I gotta go play counselor to fucking everybody? I have to play counselor to everybody. I just don't understand. I don't understand what part of this is difficult. See, because me, when I want something, nothing will stand in my way. When I make a decision, it's a wrap, bro. You're not going to convince me otherwise. 3D definitely isn't going to convince me otherwise. No one is going to convince me otherwise. Yeah, Betty, but the difference is I have to record fucking content. There's that bitch. So you have to understand. That's the only thing that makes me different than you. Is that when I decide, I decide. And nothing will stand in my way. Nothing and no one will stand in my way from getting what the fuck I want. My thoughts certainly aren't going to stand in the way of that. If I have to discipline myself, discipline, I'm going to discipline my goddamn mind. I'm going to focus on what I want, not what I don't want. That sounds dumb as shit. Why in the fuck would I want to focus on what I don't want? You know damn well that that sounds stupid as shit. That sounds like the dumbest shit in the world. To do that. Over and over and over again. So you need to get a grip. Because I'll be damned if somebody is going to come and take snaps to me because everything is working in her fucking favor. Proudy bitch. Yeah, I'll be damned if anybody is going to come and take my SP from me. You got me fucked all the way up. That's never going to happen. Because I'll get what I want and I'll get it when I want it. Everything always goes my way. That's the attitude you need to have. Tell yourself that. That is the attitude you need to have. Because you're not just letting your SP run all over you. You're letting your boss run all over you. Your coworkers run all over you. Your family run all over you. Strangers on the internet run all over you. All that shit. You're letting everybody fucking run all over you. Trust me, it ain't just your SP. So I want you, right now, I'm going to ask you a fucking again. I'm going to ask you one more goddamn time. To decide. To decide right now. Do you want your SP or not? And if you say yes, then I want you to grow the fuck up. Get a grip. And assign positive meaning to everything. Stop reacting. Today is no react Tuesday. If you are in our WhatsApp group, if you react one time, you're going in victim jail. I don't give a fuck. Bevy, take note. You react one fucking time today, victim jail, and you'll stay there for a fucking week. And no one's going to give you attention. Because it doesn't benefit you. It doesn't fucking help you. None of that shit helps you. And I'm not going to ever fucking toot your own goddamn fucking horn. When you're in the wrong. When you're reacting. I'm not going to debate shit with you. I'm not going to coddle you. I have a daughter. I don't even do that with her. She's fucking 14. I still don't coddle her ass. I never have. Because that's it. There will be no warning. Go ahead, react to some stupid shit, and right in there you go. And I don't give a fuck if you're in the main group, cool. If you're in the Manifest for Me, if you're in text coaching, you react in there, you'll be left on red. No one will respond. Betty, you might have a quiet day today. Because no one's engaging when you react. Not today. Not today. That's right. We got jails in there too. Yeah, that's right. Y'all be thrown in there. I don't give a fuck. That's right, Taylor. That's what I always said. I said, this is not a goddamn prison face. What the fuck? I'm too pretty to go to prison. Stephanie, I will make another video about getting rid of gutter trash today. I've made a million of them on my fucking TikTok. I did talk about it yesterday. I usually talk about it every single day. But I am out of fucking time because Poor Temps needs me and I've got to go into married besties and I don't know what I'm doing in there, but we're about to go find out. Okay? All right. So, obviously, if I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks, and so I've managed to cut that time in half. If you want me to manifest a recipe for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one so you can figure out where you're going wrong so you get your shit right, all links are in my bio. If you want to join our WhatsApp group, it is lit. It is a highly, highly active group where we coach you. We give you advice. We also kick your fucking ass. I will go in there. The warden will enter the building and I will go in there and kick your ass when you get out of fucking line in any day of the week. It doesn't even fucking matter. Okay? We have SP stories, meditations. We have all the shit. Okay? We are the low price leader in the coaching space because we want to help as many people as possible get your shit. We teach 2 laws around here, the law of leverage and the law of get your shit. And you heard it here first because those are our 2 laws. They are not actual, they're laws that we created here on the live. So yeah, if you hear it anyone else, they obviously took my shit. I was mentioned on the live today, somebody said. Anyway, I know it's all beautiful things because why the fuck wouldn't they? Although I was flattered when somebody came and said that he's seen a bunch of lives and my name is mentioned often in lives of other people when they say what other manifestation coaches would you recommend? My name comes up, little old me comes up, look at that. Stick with me and I'll get you your shit. That's how this fucking works because we're relentless and we give a shit. We actually care about each and every one of you. Okay? I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, I will put it on the tube of the you. The one that was recorded yesterday, which I spent the first 30 to 45 minutes in the morning yelling and bitching at you before even doing anything. It will be on there today because I downloaded it already and it'll be on today. So definitely stick with me because I promise you my success rate, we're getting it put together. I have somebody that's helping me out with that because I have way too many testimonials to be putting all that shit up in there. Hashtag free Jen. But I have way too many testimonials to do it myself. So, but the amount of case studies, testimonies that we get on the daily, you'll see it in the WhatsApp group if you join. It's like everything is low price here because we want to help you, okay? But you'll see all the success stories. They're literally posted on the daily. What the fuck is a snow queen? Somebody said that they saw my former team member call me a snow queen. I'm going to choose that as a term of endearment, right? A snow queen. I mean, at least I'm a queen. I don't give a fuck what kind of queen. I can be the queen of goddamn fucking hearts. For all I give 2 shits. But still a queen at the end of the goddamn day. Just like you. You're a queen and a king. So today I want you to channel your king and your queen energy. Do you fucking understand? It's no reacting today. We are not in the mood to fuck. That's right, Irene. Still a queen at the end of the day. I could be the ice goddamn queen for all I give a shit. Rob, I literally just said ice queen. Oh, it was her. Oh. Some people just like to hold grudges. Me, on the other hand, I've moved on. So, it would have been her. Anywho, Nanner, I'll take that as flattery. You know, when you're still on people's minds, this is what a stellar self-concept looks like. I love being on people's minds. So, anyway, no reacting today. And as positive meaning to goddamn everything, okay? Challenge yourself. Positive meaning to everything. Got me, bitches? All right. I love all you besties. I got a jet. I love you. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.